Hi there. I recently bought a cheap second guitar. At one time when I was playing more professionally, I had 6 or 7 guitars and I gradually sold them all or gave them away. And I ended up with a small Martin, a small-bodied Martin X1, which is one of the cheapest models. But I found that I needed a second guitar because I often played in open D and bottleneck in open G. And I didn't want to tune up and down all the time because I didn't want to break a string while I was performing, and also because it's a pain to keep tuning up and down to get it done very accurately. So I bought this second guitar. Now this is a Fender CD60, and I've had 3 of this, something like this same model over the last 30 years or so, and I've always liked them. So I thought I'd do it again. And I'd take this guitar and tune it down, raise the action and just use it for bottleneck. But something happened when I was doing that. I found that it was really quite a nice guitar to play in standard tuning with a nice low action. So today I'm going to play with bare fingers and just see what it sounds like. It's not really a review, but it's just an example of how you can make some fine music on a very, very cheap instrument. Now, I've never been one for having a really expensive guitar because I used to play in noisy places and on the street, and I used to play with a plastic pick and steel finger picks, and once you plug the guitar into an amplifier, then the acoustics really don't mean that much at all. When you play a guitar acoustically, you can really hear the ambience and the nuance of the resonance of the harmonics around the box, etc. All that stuff that I don't really know much about, but you can hear the difference. But when you're playing particularly amplified in a pub or a bar or a club or on the street, it really doesn't make much difference what guitar you've got. And for few people that don't have a lot of money, then just to show you that you can make some great music with a cheap guitar. Now this one, it was €200, which is about $200. And incredibly, for that price, you've got Fishman electronics, which is a kind of a preamplifier, and you can adjust the bass and the mid-range and the trebles, and it's got a cool little tuning device on board. Now it's not fantastically accurate, it's a chromatic device with an LED, but it is 2 to 3% accurate. Because my hearing is not what it used to be, I also use this turbo clip-on tuner, which is by TC Electronics, I believe, and this is accurate to 0.1 or 0.2%. Now, even though you have a very accurate tuner, it's certainly not a magic bullet, because when you take your guitar from one room to the other, when you play it a lot, if you hit the strings hard, you know that the tuning changes because the strings expand or contract depending on the conditions. But at least it helps a lot when you've got hearing that's failing, and if you're afflicted with the ringing in the ears, and unfortunately I've got a bit of ringing in my ears that's just the right frequency that blocks out some of the harmonics. So this is absolutely essential for me. Today I'm going to play with bare fingers, and I'm going to play in open D. Now this guitar, because of its cheapness, is basically made of plywood. So the top is not solid, it's 3 or 4, I don't know how many, maybe 5 layers of wood just laid on top of each other with the grains crossing over. It's quite sturdy, and the back and the sides are the same. So one of the things that people say about this kind of guitar is that it doesn't age very well, so that it's not going to get better and better like a solid mahogany guitar, for example. And the other thing is that the basses are often lacking in this style of guitar. Well, this one isn't bad at all. So I'm going to play a little tune. I'm going to play my version of Doc Watson's Sitting on Top of the World in drop D. I'm going to play it fingerstyle with bare fingers. 'Twas in the springtime, in the month of May, my baby left me, and she left away. Now she's gone, and I don't worry, and I'm just sitting on top of the world. Now you don't want my peaches, now don't shake my tree. Now come on, babe, don't you bother me. Now she's gone, and I don't worry now, and I'm just sitting on top of the world. Now she called me up from El Paso. She said, now Daddy,